I linked up Zara to Francisco Chiang, who's the founder and CEO of Laritier Group that oversees several brands such as Laritier, which is a premier luxury skincare and fragrance brand made in Kenya, Favor Hub, which is an online physical marketplace for organic products made in Africa. Francisco has a Bachelor's of Science in Finance and Management and also has a Master's in Investment Management Derivatives Trading specialization from the University of London.
Hi Francisca, how are you?
I'm fine, Zara. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
So I have a little, small business of my own, specialize in gift hampers for all occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, as well as corporate gift hampers. But I specialize in something known as Arabian oud. I'm sure you must have heard of it. We do oud, variety of products, full body, for hair, for the skin. It was interesting to know because you run a kind of similar business to mine, and you've been to UK as well, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I lived in London actually for a few years.
Oh, same
so-
here. Same
Yes.
here. About for 2 years for the graduate school. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit more about yourself.
So I moved here. I grew up in the United States.
Okay.
Then I did my graduate school in London.
Okay.
So I specialized in investment banking and trading stocks and derivatives.
Oh wow.
But at the time we were graduating, that graduating cohort was around 2011, and so going back to the job market in the US, the opportunities would be scarce.
Yes.
So it's like would be competing. You're fresh out of school, but you're competing with someone who's lost a job and they've been at it for 10 years.
Yes.
So I felt as though, yes, I had a job in Wall Street doing the trading, but I had to now think of, would I grow in this environment or faster or in a slow pace? So then I decided to come back to the continent, and at the time that also seemed to be the trend of, let's say, first generation Africans who were raised in the United States and they were exploring with the mother continent. And for me, I'd always thought of starting out a business in Kenya. So I felt as though holding a job opportunity while studying the business and the ease of business, doing business in this environment was an added advantage to me. Yeah.
What are the challenges you actually faced? I mean, with the lifestyle there, and how do you price your products, and how do you merge the two together?
I feel as though the shopping experience here is becoming a bit more mature, but much as, let's say, our perfume retails for $45, we have already been ranked by world-renowned fragrance experts, and we rank among Chanel and Hermes.
Awesome.
And that's our fragrance, and we're the first one in Africa to ever, or even Kenya, to be in that ranking. However, if we have to match the prices of Hermes, which will cost you, let's say, about $120 or 12,000 shillings for 50 ml, I think we'll be stuck with a product. And we're also trying to debunk the myth that natural is expensive. So pricing-wise, we had to listen to what Kenyans want, because our main market are the Kenyans and within the continent.
Right.
We don't want to do that mistake where you come up with something so good and you ignore your own people. You run for fame in outside markets.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's your most popular product?
The perfume.
Okay.
Followed by the face cream.
Right.
The perfume, we actually, and this is a brand you can relate with, Jo Malone,
Yes.
British based.
Of course. Yes.
Many stores in London, very luxurious. And being someone who collected perfumes, I mean, I have perfumes from the 60s, outdated ones. But Jo Malone, what I liked about her business model is she created perfumes, and if you're a guy or a woman, she does not specify. Do you like the scent? That's the point, buy it. So she demystified the boundaries that we create in perfumes.
Okay.
Yeah? So that's the model that we also kind of adopted, not copied, adopted. And even in the bottling, we kind of made it sterile. You cannot say that it has the shape of a woman or shape of a guy to influence. We did not color it blue to influence a man or pink to influence a woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how do you source your products or your ingredients?
Ingredient-wise, it's a bit because for us, when we base, and I'm sure because you're in perfumery, you understand the pyramid of perfumery. The top notes, the hearts, and the base notes. Yes, exactly. So to get, let's say, something like patchouli, it's not grown in Kenya. To get real sandalwood, that's not also in Kenya. To get peony, that's not also in Kenya. So we have to source from abroad. We have to source from whichever country, let's say, sandalwood comes from, peony comes from, patchouli comes from, osmanthus and agrums, we have to source. Then now we come here and do that extraction process and the perfumery process. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So do you actually do that yourself?
Yeah, we do it. We have the facility where we do it is in Kiambu County.
Okay.
It's a serious lab. The ethanol that we use is from Kisumu.
Okay,
so
nice.
It's not imported.
Yes.
The water, of course, is from Nairobi County. And the lab is, KEBS accredited. Our product has passed also the KEBS mark as well. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because you're like an inspiration, like women empowerment.
Thank you.
But I see a lot of your products are also environmental friendly.
Yes. The reality we have to live with as producers and manufacturers in Kenya, and it's become somehow a societal nuisance in our community of producers. Sustainable packaging options are merely not there. We go to these large companies with huge capitalization and we try to tell them, have you considered, for example, using cassava fiber to develop packaging? We as the small businesses, we will buy. Yes. Just give it to one distributor, let that distributor pay you, let them be our source. They cannot listen for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So where, it must have been difficult adjusting. I'm sure you faced a lot of financial struggles as well. But where do you want you to be in the next 5 years? What do you think?
In terms of financial struggle, I'd say that I was really favored by God to have the opportunity to save, and then also have my family members helping bringing this project to its launch. But in 5 years' time, with the small steps that we've been making, the rankings we've been having, any international coverage or local coverage that we've been having, we hope to really be like a cemented top skincare brand in this continent. Yeah.
Right. I wish you all the very best.
Yeah. Thank you.
What advice would you give to women who are actually, trying to? They have a fantastic idea, but what, just something that you can put in a couple of lines. What advice would you give to women?
I can advise any woman or anyone who wants to veer into the road to entrepreneurial success. Be patient, number one. Number two, do not copy someone, to be honest. It's sad. We see a lot of, you see a nice designer belt and it's like copied, or shoes or bag. And
it's not authentic.
It's not authentic. And it's not a bad thing. It's good to dream big, and one day you can afford that brand perhaps. But the moment you espouse that kind of feeling in you, you limit yourself, and you feel that you're always second best and that you cannot come first. So the moment you see someone's idea thriving on social media, whether Instagram or what, don't try to copy, but make sure that your idea that you have, it's a tangible solution to an existing issue that consumers have, be it service, be it a product. Just make sure that whatever your value proposition is, it matches a problem that we have in the market. And the other one is run away from loans when you're starting a business, because the net effect of debt, the interest keeps on adding up, and so you become a slave to a financial institution. You have not seen your profit yet, but you cannot sleep because these guys are coming after you.
Right.
They can embarrass you in public by taking your vehicle, take clothes from you, strip you naked perhaps, embarrass you on social media or whatever it takes. Start your business with whatever little saving you can have, and always borrow from your father. We've been borrowing from them since we were young. Like, can I have $5? I'll bring it back, and then you never bring it back. But our parents are so supportive. If you don't have that luxury, just start small and believe in yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been awesome meeting you. All
Yes.
the best.
Yes, thank you, Zara.
Thank you.
Thank you.
After meeting with Francesca, it just opens my eyes that there's so many women out there who have a dream, they want to make it big, and you can do whatever you want to do. If you love what you do and do what you love, anything is possible. Women, wonderful women come together that can create an amazing, amazing change in the world. Be the change, be you.
Thank you so much for having watched the show. Hope you've learned a thing or two from the conversation between Francisca and Zara about the perfume business. There's always something new to learn week in, week out about different businesses. If you're an entrepreneur out there and you'd like to be a part of the show, feel free to reach us on our social media handles, which are running below the screen. And also remember each and every Wednesday to grab a copy of The Standard, to read the Hustle magazine where I usually write the Business Coach column. And also check out the Business Coach websites, that's businesscoach.co.ke, to learn more about business and entrepreneurship. So I've actually talked so much, so I need to spray myself out of screen. So see you same time, same place right here on KT and on the Business Coach, where I'll help entrepreneurs better their business. And if you're an entrepreneur out there, but before we just finish up, buy authentic products. Buy Kenya for Kenyans. Let's kufanya vitu za 200 shillings za kupima pima. Anyway, bye-bye. Here are events to look out for. On December 7th, there's a Digital Skills for Heart training happening at MS Hub, Nairobi from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. On February 27th, 2020, there's a Founder Entrepreneurs Forum happening at Nairobi Cinema from 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. On March 6th, 2020, there's a Women in Leadership Awards happening at the Intercontinental Hotel from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you like your event mentioned or the Business Coach to be a part of your event, feel free to reach us on our social media handles.